YouTube, welcome back. Hopefully this video is going to be the ending of this this John Deere 245G excavator. I had done a video on the emissions delete, and once got it running I realized the engine didn't quite sound right, and did some diagnosing after, and found that number 3 injector is quite smoky. I think it's dumping too much fuel in the cylinder. It is working, but it's just too much fuel. When you pull a load on the machine, it would just blow black smoke out. And so we're going to get to the machine. I'll show you how I diagnose that, and then we're going to swap that injector out, and hopefully be the ending of this video. So stay tuned, guys. Okay guys, so we're up here. We got the valve cover off this John Deere 245. It's Isuzu 4HK1 engine, and it's blowing excessive black smoke under load. So anytime you pull a function, it just rolls the black smoke out. So I've already done it, but I'll show you guys. What I've done is, so service advisor's a bit of a pain this way. With an Isuzu engine, you can't actually do a cylinder cutout test. It just isn't in service advisor for it. I'm assuming you would need an Isuzu program for that. So sorry about that. So what I've done is I unplugged each injector and ran it to see if it was a cylinder issue, that I could narrow down which cylinder it was. So I unplugged injector number 4 and nothing changed, still blowing black smoke. So hooked it back up, unplugged injector 3, and once that was unplugged and I ran it, the black smoke went away. So it cleared up. So I'll show you guys. We'll run it with all of them hooked up, and then we'll unhook 3. We'll run it, and then we're going to change number 3 injector out and see what happens. Okay, so now we got number 3 injector here unplugged, got the wires off, and we're going to fire it up, and we'll see if the black smoke clears up. Alright, so there we could see with number 3 unhooked, the plug off, the smoke definitely cleared up. I didn't see any black smoke, so I'm going to say that's our suspect injector. And I didn't run it long because oil just goes everywhere and makes a big mess. So we're going to swap number 3, and then we're going to try it out. So on these engines, to remove the injectors is pretty simple. On these Isuzus, you just pull your wiring harness piece off here. It's just the wiring just runs along this plastic piece. Pull it off, and once you got that off, you pull your fuel return pipe. It connects to each injector. just pull your bolts out. You got to be very careful of the brass. There's little brass washers in there. Pull that off your injectors. Pull your line off. Your fuel line going from the high pressure rail to the injector. And then it's just a hold down bolt. One hold down bolt. So I'm going to get to changing that, and we'll resume once the injector's swapped. Okay, so we got the injector out, and we got our new one straight from Deere. I had asked the customer to make sure that they send these little orange or brass washers. They go on the bottom of the injector tip, and they said it came with the injector, so it actually didn't. There was not one in the box, and I ended up taking this one off the old one. Not ideal. I do not want to do it. And the customer's alright with just putting this on. And we're going to try it and see, you know, what do we have to lose at this point. Either you pay 2 service calls and wait, or we could potentially have it running. So changing one injector isn't even ideal. I always recommend to change just all 4 at the same time, but this was the customer's decision, so that's fine. We'll just change the one, and hopefully it works out. I have gotten away with it. It's a hit and a miss. Sometimes you win, and sometimes you don't. Sometimes you kick yourself in the ass for not changing all of them in the long run. Anyway, let's get that washer on and injector in, and we'll torque it up and go from there. Alright, so the injector's in. We've got the fuel lines, the return lines on, and the line from the high pressure fuel rail going to the injector. These lines coming from the high pressure rail, you don't want to tighten these fittings or the lines too tight on the injector. You can, they say hand tight and then a quarter turn. If you really snug it up, you'll feel it. It almost feels like it'll strip, and then you'll leak fuel into the head here, and you'll start making oil. So you don't want to, or if it's leaking, I have seen it leak bad enough where it actually cranks and doesn't start, so it doesn't build rail pressure. So yeah, just a tip. I have worked on a few of these, but not too many. But I know enough that I did make the mistake of over tightening those, and I chased a fuel leak for quite a while. And these lines are actually supposed to just be one-time use lines, and the customer was aware. I told them they wanted to reuse it, so yeah, we'll see how it goes. Okay, so we got the injector in. It's torqued down. The fuel lines are on. I even put the valve cover on because I'd like to start it and run it for a bit longer in just a couple seconds. If you have valve cover off, it just makes a big mess. So valve cover's on. We're gonna fire it up, and let's hopefully it is cold. The engine hasn't been run, but you know, hopefully that obvious smoke goes away. So let's fire it up and see. All right, so it's going to take quite a bit of cranking to build rail pressure before it fires. So let's see how it starts. immediate difference there. So the engine's still cold, and I was pulling on the functions, completely cleared up. And then also, obviously, the sound's much better. It doesn't have that fuel knock. I think that injector was just dumping too much fuel into the cylinder, and it wasn't burning it. Too much fuel, not enough air, and it had a bit of a knock to it too. So injector knock or fuel knock. So glad that that is sorted out. We're gonna put the rest of the machine back together. I got a bunch of valve cover bolts, brackets, cover panels, and then we'll put it on. Then we'll give it another good run. So let's get to doing that. All right, guys. So that is the end of that machine. It runs a whole lot better. No smoke, and it just sounds better. I don't hear like an injector knock or fuel knock. Whereas before it really didn't sound right. So yeah, we went on Service Advisor, no codes, and monitored rail pressure. The rail pressure is still pretty jumpy. I'm not sure what that is. I did check the relief valve, ran it with the return off, and it wasn't dumping any fuel. So as long as the machine's running good, no engine lights, then the customer's going to run it. So they're happy that it's fixed and not blowing smoke. So this is the same machine that I did the delete on, and that injector would have failed and been sooting up that DPF. That's why they complained that it was doing quite a few regens per day. It just would have been causing so much soot. And so yeah, we did the delete. They wanted to do that, and then that issue came up. That was the first time I had seen that issue. Nobody had told me that the machine, was blowing smoke or running rough. So glad to have that figured out. And yeah, so thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy. Like and subscribe, and there's going to be more videos. So thanks for watching, guys. See you later.